ஆழ்வார் எம்பெருமானார் ஜீயர் திருவடிகளே சரணம். ஜீயர் திருவடிகளே சரணம். We are going through some of the fundamental principles of Sri Vaishnava Sampradayam, Sanatana Dharmam. We recently saw about karma and karma phala. In continuation with that, we are going to see an important aspect of Sri Vaishnava Sampradayam, Tattva, Hita, Purushartham. These three are very essential to be understood in any Sampradaya, any Matha. Any school of thought will have to clearly identify what is Tattva, what is Hita and what is Purushartha. Our Sampradayam, our Siddhantam is known as Vishishtadvaita Siddhantam. This Vishishtadvaita Siddhantam was well established and nurtured by Bhagavad Ramanuja. Our philosophy is known as Vishishtadvaitam. Advaitam means no second entity, only one Brahman is there, one Parabrahman is there. Vishishta means having attributes, being together with other entities. Here, when we look at Tattva, there is Chit, Achit and Ishvara. These three entities are there. Tattva means truth or real entities. In our Vishishtadvaita Siddhanta, as per Vedantam, three real entities are accepted. Chit, Achit and Ishvara are these entities. Now Chit is Atma, which has consciousness. We don't need to look anywhere else to know about Chit. We all are Atmas. We have consciousness. I have the feeling of I. That consciousness is resting on this Atma. So Chit is the first principle. Atmas are countless. They are innumerable. And they are having consciousness. They also have knowledge and bliss. They are very subtle. So these are some salient aspects of Atmas. And then the second Tattva is Achit. Achit means insentient. The entities which have no consciousness. That will include all that we can see with our eyes. For example, our own body is insentient. Only till the Atma exists in the body has any emotions, feelings. Once the Atma leaves, body knows nothing. So body is also Achit. And all other objects we see, right from the primordial matter state up to this well expanded, variegated universe with all the visible entities, all of these are product of Achit. One of the fundamental aspects in spirituality is to understand that we are not this body. Our Atma is different from body. We often relate ourselves with this body to be the same, but they are not the same. We can easily understand it. Atma is different from body. So these are the first two principles. two entities, Chit and Achit. Third entity is Ishvara, Bhagavan, Brahman. Ishvara is the one who controls Chit and Achit. So he is the third Tattvam, third entity, real entity. Who is this Ishvara? Shastram says this Ishvara is Shriman Narayana, Bhagavan, Emperuman. So he is known by all of these names, references. So Shriman Narayana is controlling all Atmas and all Achit, Achetanam. Now back to Vishishtadvaita, we can now understand that there is one Brahman, Bhagavan Shriman Narayana, who has all the Achit and all the Chit as his attributes, as his forms. So he is together with all of these Achit and Chit. That is why our Sampradayam is known as Vishishtadvaita. Our Siddhantam is known as Vishishtadvaita Siddhanta. So this is the Tattva. Tattva, real entity, truth. Three truths exist, Chit, Achit and Ishvara. Next, we have to see what is Hitam. Hitam is means to attain something. As we see, Ishvara, Bhagavan, is the controller, is the Lord of all Atmas. We can easily conclude that the goal of Atma, real goal of Atma, is to reach Bhagavan and serve him. For that, there is some process, there are some processes. Those processes are known as Hitam, Upayam, Sadhanam. These are all other names for Hitam. So this Hitam or the process to reach Bhagavan, there are many identified in Shastram. Karma Yogam, Jnana Yogam, Bhakti Yogam, Prapatti or Sharanagati, surrender, and then Acharya, Abhimanam, mercy of Acharya. These are primary means, processes to reach Bhagavan. But there are also other important ones. Nama Sankirtanam, Purushottama Vidya, Avatara Rahasya Jnanam. These are all also explained as means to reach Bhagavan. Each of these need a lot of explanation. We won't go into detail of those, but we can understand that there are many means to reach Bhagavan. Of those, in Shastram, Sharanagati is well recommended, and on top of Sharanagati, surrendering to an Acharya and approaching Bhagavan through that Acharya is highly recommended. So these all come under Hitam. Finally, there is Purushartham. Purushartham means goal. As we saw, the real goal will be to reach Bhagavan, because Bhagavan is the Lord, He is the master of everyone. So naturally, we are all servitors, we have to go and reach Bhagavan and serve Him. That is the ultimate goal. But Shastram does show various goals. There are two types of categorizations. First one is Aishwaryam, Kaivalyam, Bhagavat Kainkaryam. These three goals are shown. Aishwarya means worldly pleasures, pleasures in this world. That is Aishwaryam. And then Kaivalyam. Kaivalyam means one gets disturbed with all the joys and sorrows of this world and want to be relieved from all of that and enjoy the self exclusively. That is known as Kaivalyam. The third and ultimate goal is Bhagavat Kainkaryam, reaching Bhagavan and serving Him eternally. So that is one type of categorization. There is a second type of categorization where four goals are highlighted: Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Dharma is engaging in righteous acts which are ordained in Shastram. That it itself is a goal, to engage in virtuous acts. And then Artha. Artha is wealth. By engaging in such acts, one will earn wealth. That is the second goal. Third goal is Kama. After acquiring wealth, one would like to enjoy pleasures in this world. That is third goal. Finally, Moksha. One will be seeking to be liberated from this world. That is the ultimate goal. Now, when we talk about moksha, we have to understand the concept of samsara and paramapada. This is where we have to understand this. Samsara is where we are living now. This is impermanent, and all the joys we think in this world, they are all like illusion. They are all like mirage, where they are not real joys. But Paramapadam, Vaikuntham, is the ultimate abode where we can go and serve Bhagavan eternally. So moksha is the aspect of being liberated from this world and reaching Paramapadam, Sri Vaikuntham, and eternally serving Bhagavan. So that is considered as the ultimate goal. We can relate to the previous discussions about karma and karma phala, where how we are repeatedly taking birth based on our karma was discussed. Breaking that cycle of birth and death and being liberated to serve Bhagavan is moksham, the ultimate goal. So, today we have discussed about Tattva, Hita, Purushartha in context of Vishishtadvaita Siddhanta. Alvar Emperumanar Jiyar Tiruvadigalai Sharanam, Jiyar Tiruvadigalai Sharanam.
To learn such valuable information about our Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya, please download KOYIL, KOYIL app from Google Play Store or Apple App Store. Our website is koyil.org, KOYIL.org.